Hello.
Hallelujah, it is Saturday. We are going to play some D&D. This week could not get here
Hallelujah.
fast enough.
You're telling me.
Yeah. That's that's the nice thing about playing a game on a Saturday is it's like, oh, there's like a goal to get to at the end of this week. But hi, we're Naked Roll Rats. We're gonna play some D&D. I am Tam, your guys' DM, and I go by she, her.
Hello, I'm Tony. I play Artem Petrova, the Shadow Monk, and we both go by he, him.
Where did the rest go? Mr. Rugby with us today, but I am Finch. I go by Shide. I play Ruby Libertaz, the Fathomless Warlock, and Ruby goes by Hide.
Hi everyone, I'm Ethan. I am playing Isaac Crow, the Transmutation Wizard, and both of us are he, him.
And I am Brad. I play Baal Tarbaro, the Vengeance Paladin. We both go by he, him.
So, Arista, our bard is out for today, so I will be manning character sheet as best as I can. Most of the time, that just means I try not to kill my players while they are not here. So, she's playing a backseat. It's on purpose. Before we do your recap, just to make sure that I don't forget to do this because I always feel like I'm going to forget to, why don't everyone roll me some luck points, please? Nice.
Just a thing.
Which one are you gonna take, Paul?
I didn't mean to click that twice.
I'll take
It's
that.
lucky that the 6 was the first one then.
I'm taking the first one. It doesn't matter because I'm maxed out on them anyhow. I haven't used them in.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I ain't there either. Spread the love.
He doesn't know you guys well enough to just be like, yes, let me throw luck points at these people's bad decisions. Speaking of bad decisions, not really bad decisions, speaking of things that you guys have been talking about and working through, you all are on a boat. Yay. You have your boat. That is how a lot of this campaign is going to probably go from here on out.
On the boat? Wow.
Yep, and if you don't want to be on a boat, then we probably need to change campaigns at some point. You all were able to leave Trost, and had been sailing on the sea for a few days. A stowaway was found on your boat, to which last week it was kind of discussed of what to do with him. Artem gave him a name. Would you like to remember said name, Artem?
His name is Dre, D-R-E-I.
Okay. Yep. And Dre has been causing some feelings about the boat as far as he's a pleasant kid, he's having a good time, but particularly Maris is just not. She mentioned specifically to Ball having a little bit of a hard time sometimes when he's around. Seems to be kind of just being like has a wave of unhappiness or like depression or something about him. It doesn't last for very long, but something about this kid just feels off to her.
When you talk to him, you get emotional damage.
To which you all had decided, hey, we're gonna have Dre stay in Artem's room while Artem is taking watch, so that way he can kind of just sequester himself and that sort of thing. Throughout the time that you guys have been with Dre, multiple of you have had to make wisdom saving throws to counteract whatever this thing is, and whatever weird emotional. I'm gonna say emotional damage every single time. Thanks a lot, Tony. Just to compensate and deal with whatever this kid may be. As you continue to sail, you had hit the point in your previous voyage where you had sailed past a group of harpies. All of you had gone below deck and had decided to hide and not interact with the harpies too much. And this, at about that point, there was a massive storm, and the next morning, early in the morning, Artem and the other members of the night crew had collected a harpy off of the ocean with a supposed identification tag on its leg. There was a name of Spot on this particular harpy, and you all examined it and chucked it overboard, but not before Isaac had showed off some new magic that he had transcribed into his book, and Artem had experienced Speak with Dead through Isaac for the first time. And Isaac was so proud, and Artem wasn't freaked out at all. To which he found out that the harpy seemed to be belonging to a master of some kind, was as cryptic as a potential slave maybe. And that was discussed before yeeting it off the side of the boat to go back into the ocean. To which afterwards, Artem and Isaac had a lovely one-on-one convo, and had some feelings as far as just opening up about potential backstory, also just talking about a little bit about Artem's family. Isaac had requested to Artem that if Isaac does not make it for whatever reason to go back to his home in Hythe and dispose of 2 statues in the basement of his house. Artem had talked a little bit about his daughter and the potential menace that she may be, and how if Artem ever dies, never ever to go talk to her about it. So now we have goals for if ever we lose Artem and Isaac.
Final will
We
and
know what-
testaments.
Yeah.
Artem's will just says run.
Yeah.
Don't visit my daughter. He had a daughter?
Oh, by the way, guys, you'll never believe it. This guy. And you all were continuing to sail on the boat of the Catfish, so beautifully named by your own crew. Damon had some chats with a couple of you, and the weather isn't terrible, but it's still just not, besides that like one really bad storm at night, like it's just kind of constantly not great. You guys did just get off of a beautiful day of sailing after Arista was able to successfully perform some magic for the through her instrument, and if I remember correctly, we were going into the night with Artem just recently passing Dre off to Ruby before everyone is going to bed. Did I forget anything?
Sounds like
Did you mention Ruby had a brief talk with Hirona?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I was like, I know that there's something that I missed. Ruby, while kind of contemplating on being on the boat and just having a little bit of a hard time, especially now that there very much so is some support in Ruby's life, probably for the first time in a hot minute. They were able to make a brief connection with Hirona, to which Hirona seemed very concerned, but the signal was starting to get very choppy at the end. The word of king was mentioned as well, and just trying to make sure that Ruby was okay. There was definitely a little bit of a vibe before the connection broke off of just genuine gratefulness to know that Ruby was still doing things and being out and about and functioning. And yeah, I think, and then the connection was broken, and you all were able to go about your merry day as you have been. Sweet. Okay. I think that's it.
So,
As the day starts for the lot of you, we're going to have Arista roll a performance check to see how the weather is. It's better than it has been as of late. It's mostly just kind of cloudy today. It's not particularly stormy. There's no rain. It's just a little bit glum. Wow. I will totally be able to find stuff on the 2024 character sheet at some point. Yeah. Oh.
how do your back rolls like even like go to other people's characters? That's actually impressive.
How do my what?
How do your like less than stellar rolls go to other people's characters as well? That's impressive.
Because I'm awesome, and it's because it's great. It's what I-
Skill.
Said that with a lot of confidence.
yeah, I have to when I roll badly. I have to admit that it's a talent, or else I'm gonna go home and cry every night. I just end the stream and there's just tears coming out of my face. The weather gets worse, and what time you guys were able to make up the day before pretty much is going to be matched. You probably like lose about half a day in today's travel, so you pretty much kind of stick to where you guys are going to be. As the day goes, anyone that would like to that is awake, well, okay, pause, because I need to make sure we did this right. So the night was coming. Artem woke up, showed Dre his room and where he was going to sleep, and then passed Dre off to Ruby before Artem went to watch. So is everyone going to bed besides Artem, or Ruby, are you staying up for a minute to mess around with Dre, or are you just going to escort Dre back to Artem's room?
I think Ruby's going to ask Dre what he wants to do. If he wants to do something very quickly, or he wants to go to bed right now.
Dre kind of like does like the little kid like heel toe thing and swings for a minute and like looks about outside, and then he just kind of shrugs and then like there is very much so a fight back of a yawn. Like you see him just like try to not let it slide and just looks at you really happily.
Ruby is going to kind of chuckle a little bit and he's going to say, why don't I do something that the people who take care of me used to do? Let's get you to bed and I'll read you a bedtime story. Does that sound good?
And there's like a very quick, fast nod to it, and he seems very excited about the prospect. Ruby, can I have you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Of course.
Make him tell a story.
Oh, of course.
1 second, I'll get the saving throw. Wisdom save. I'm going to use all 10 of my luck points to make that a 14. I do not want to be sad around this kid. I have to perform.
Yeah, sweet. The joy that emits from this kid, even like it is a literally like a blink of an eye, even faster than I mean, you wouldn't have felt this before because previously you've succeeded with these, but like it's like this wave hits you of this just weight and this depression, but like it doesn't feel like it gets to sink. It like flashes at you and then passes away. Something within you is able to push through it without issue, but definitely but there's a moment where you can feel it, and Then Dre smiles uh and like just starts like motioning you towards the stairs and everything, and it's just like skipping and like doing like the kid zigzags like down the hall, uh eventually uh to Artem's room. um he doesn't get under the covers. He kind of does like he crawls up onto the bed and like on all fours kind of does like a couple of like little laps, and then just like kind of like tucks into himself and then like just looks at you.
Really will try and kind of put him into bed, and we'll like take a chair and kind of sit next to it and sit down next to him. You ready for the story? This one's really special.
And just nods
There once was a cat. This cat
and points
had...
at you.
Yes, like me. This cat had a brilliant red fur. It was so lovely. Everyone wanted to see this cat and wanted to marvel at him. The people who owned this cat often kept him in a cage, so they could show him off to people. They did not care if the cat was sad, they did not care. They wanted to show him off, almost like a prize. The cat grew very sad, until one day they let him out to play with another cat. And during that moment, this brilliant little feline had an idea. It managed to get onto a nearby ship and managed to get away. That ship set out far as the eye could see, the cat finding sights it had never seen before. Until one day a terrible storm came by and sunk the ship the cat was on. And you think this would be the last you've ever seen of him, but no. A beautiful woman saved him from the ocean, and he lived happily ever after.
And like just like tucked into his like he's still very tucked in there. Just
I'll stay here for a little bit to make sure you can go to sleep, alright? I'll be right here.
as the time goes by, like Dre just kind of sits there and just kind of like starts like petting like the inside of his palm and like starts to kind of like just self soothe a little bit and everything, and then eventually like the eyes close and they close and they close, like just slowly over and over. And close to the last time that these eyes close, this ripple effect goes across this kid. And you see the albino coloration of before, just stark white skin, stark white hair, and just a soft like comes from the figure in front of you as Dre has fallen asleep.
Ruby will head to the door, but will just say something to himself more than anyone very quickly. Just smiling to himself, just going, I'm sorry I lied to you. No one used to tell me bedtime stories. But I hope this one was a good one. And he's going to leave to go to his room and go to bed.
Before you leave, can I have you make one more wisdom save for me, please?
Okie dokie. 11.
Okay. As the words come out of your mouth, you're hit with that wave of weight again. And this time, it feels like there's just an ice cold that runs down your spine. And it just kind of sits there for a minute. And then it goes away as you go to leave. Feels... And it's hard to tell if that came from what you just said, or just the memories that you recalled, or if that came from something else.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that...
Let's bother him for a second, but he'll ultimately soldier on.
Yeah, for sure. For Ball and Isaac, anything else that you guys would like to do at this day?
Nope, just gonna head to bed after talking with Artem.
Off to bed myself.
for Artem, if you're staying up for watch, can I have a perception check, please?
I guess.
I mean, you don't have to play D&D. This is the rules, though. Beautiful. The beautiful day that was before you today, you can start to see that the clouds are starting to like kind of creep and move over and everything. Your other compatriots that you had been on watch with the night before have joined you back up on deck, and the rotation of just someone always at the other person's back continues as you all are able to go about your night, and it feels like an uneventful night. Everything seems pretty straightforward and nothing too crazy. Until towards the end of your shift. Right about the time when the bell is about to toll to change hands, there is a moment where you can see out in the distance that there is just a pile of fish that are just like hopping and skipping and moving and everything. Looks like it's very much so coordinated. There seems to be oh wow, that's so not what I meant to click at all. Apologies, friends. There we go. There seems to be a series of birds that are kind of like diving and starting to feed off of this pile in the I say pile. It's more like you can see just with the amount of fish that are jumping up, and it's very much so the school of fish up ahead. And as the morning is like breaking, you can see the birds that are just diving and like heart and feeding in front of you. That's really kind of the most eventful thing that you see this morning.
Do the fish look like they're running, or are they just chilling near the surface?
With a 19, this looks like they're jumping out of the water to get away from something.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm gonna give them a warning. Hey, I think we got something over here. We got a school of fish. Looking like they're being chased by something.
To which the half-orc McGregor runs over to you and goes, McGregor, and looks and goes, oh, something's eaten.
Yeah, let's just make sure we ain't one of the things that's getting eaten.
Oh, it's usually stuff like whales and stuff. They tend to leave us alone.
Yeah, but just in case, maybe let's get a little wide berth around this.
And they go, oh, okay, and run over to the helmsman and gives the direction. It's about at this point where the morning bell tolls and the change starts to happen, to which Damon comes out and comes to report with you all. It is brought to his attention that there is that there's that school of fish with the birds and everything up ahead, and
yeah, I'm gonna stay near the front, just kind of keep an eye on it because I don't want to jump off a shift just yet if there's something at least a little shady.
Yeah, understandable. As the boat goes to make a little bit of headway, it's about at this point that that Arista, especially where she does not have to sleep for the full 8 hours, would probably begin to play her music, and the weather just immediately kind of collapses in and starts to just not be easy for anyone to work with and everything. As the boat goes to turn, there seems to be enough of a wind that it's making things a little bit difficult. There's a call to the sails to take them up so that way people can they can start to more so manually turn the boat just strictly with the rudder instead of with the sails as well. So there's a little bit of a all hands as the rest of you are waking this morning to just make sure that nothing is wrong or amiss with the boat as this change of course is attempting to happen. To which I'm going to roll really quickly for the boat.
Wait, we're rolling for the boat now?
It's your boat. It gets stats. And
What's his intelligence?
the catfish,
Yep.
not very good. Incredible insight, but just terrible. Like, is terrible at performance, is terrible at charisma, and terrible at knowing things.
Dang.
Um,
We cast Awaken on the boat.
yeah. Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you? You guys are being real nice to me. The last people, they did terrible things on my boat.
Oh god.
God. Uh-oh.
You know, they just didn't like clean me as nicely as you guys have. They didn't give me a fancy name.
Okay.
That kind of. I've got some baggage apparently. Wow, the boat is becoming a character. I apologize.
Yeah. Just keep going with it. Oh god. I made it real.
Yeah, apparently the boat really needed to get some stuff off its chest. Anywho, it takes a second, but you are able to kind of make a wide berth around this school of fish, and especially Artem with just carrying on your 19. You see that as you start to make your way, you can see that out on the ocean there is like a series of bubbles surrounding this school of fish, and then as you guys are going about, and you all would probably see this at this point with being up top, there comes a point where a massive mouth of a large whale porpoise style of fish comes up and chomps on a bunch of fish, occasionally getting a bird or two and then diving back down, and then it happens again and again and again. But you are all able to circumnavigate around these fishing grounds of fish, these feeding grounds of these fish, and able to carry on about your day. Anything else that, again, with each day we could fast track it, or if there's anything specific that you guys want to do, just feel free to let me know.
I do want to, before I go to bed, I was gonna do this with Ashley here, but I go up to Arissa and go, hey, I was just wondering if you by any chance had a viol. I know you got like tons of instruments. I don't know if you have a viol.
I have a fiddle. It's similar. It is in the same family. Has 4 strings, but is a little bit. Yes.
Oh, could I just borrow it for for like a minute or so?
She just kind of holds it for a second and goes, "What are you going to do with it?"
Oh, well, I used to play a viol back in the day, and I ain't played one in like a couple of years, and was wanting to see if I could try to play one.
Her face just lights up and goes, "Tom, you used? Oh, please show me!" And like hands over the viol and a violin or fiddle.
I was gonna say I hold it on. Well, let's let me fiddle with it for a minute, and
please a performance check for me.
Okay. Okay, of course.
Hey.
So yeah, I'm up top deck with Arista, and I just start playing the viol, and I guess decently well.
There's that moment of where things are just a little bit squeaky, and then all of a sudden like the muscle memory starts to come back, like you're starting to feel it in your fingers and feel like in your arm, and everything. It is not as amazing as you have played before, but for someone who hasn't picked up an instrument in a good couple years, this feels pretty good.
And
and it sounds really good.
also, when Artem plays, it's more than just playing the instrument, like being like very dexterous, like monk style. Like he kind of just like starts to like dance around the top deck and just kind of like literally just trying to get people involved, like bumping into him while he's playing and everything, and just smiling and just trying to like lift everyone's spirits a little bit.
With the 20 that you rolled, the day seems to start to clear up a bit. The amount of travel that you would have lost with having a sad weather day, the skies start to part, and there's sunlight that starts to fill the top deck as the day is as beautiful as it was yesterday.
Yeah, Artem looks really confused because he was just trying to have fun. He didn't think that it was going to have anything to do with the weather. So he gets really confused and he just kind of hands back the
and
fiddle.
Arista just goes, Artem. Oh my goodness. We may have to have, how you say, a jam session. I'll pull out the hurdy-gurdy and you can have the viol, and we will have such fun together. And like does like that little Arista clap that she does. And the day is beautiful before you all, as Artem, you return to bed, which you also see as you go to sleep. Dre is still very much so wrapped up on the bed and is just almost, if Ruby was there to confirm, it looks like he has not moved a muscle. Like just the rising and falling of his chest. He's just in this tight little ball on top of your covers. He has not like weaseled his way into.
Okay.
I'd say Ruby probably went back to his room at this point, so
Right.
maybe that's confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to touch it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the covers and yank them out so he rolls. So
Okay.
now we're just like, he still stays on the bed, but just like roll, makes him flip.
Okay. As you pull it and Dre flips, like a cat, he lands on all fours and stares at you, and he bares his teeth and hisses, just.
As he does that, instead of being scared, I just start applauding him.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, please.
Okay.
Oh boy.
An 8.
An 8? Okay. The last time that you were with Dre, this weight had hit you for a second, and then it dissipated. That weight sits and hits you like a wall of bricks, and all of a sudden you just can hear and feel, and just it's like you are sinking into this sadness, and you are going to take 2 points of psychic damage as this just literally overwhelming feeling of depression just hits you. And this kid, for a split second while that depression hits, you see a flash of your daughter's face, and then it dissipates. and as the feeling lessens after a couple of seconds, it feels like someone has like just squeezed on your heart. The sadness is gone, but like there's just that ache there.
You see him like he kind of like holds it back for like a second, like the feeling or whatever, but he still plays on. Like he's like, oh, that is impressive reflex. Oh, sorry, I went to a completely different accent there.
No, you're
Ruby,
good.
is that you?
Yeah, I just go, yeah, that is some quick reflexes you got there. That is impressive.
And he immediately like lessens and like sits cross-legged on the chair, and from head to toe he flashes back to the kid that you found in the barrel.
I just look at, hey, do you know that that's happening? Like when you get nervous or happy, like people feel like feel something when they're around you. Like, do you know that happens?
He kind of like tilts his head a bit, and then he kind of thinks about it, and then he kind of looks at you and he kind of just like shrugs.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of push through a lot of pain anyway, so I'm kind of used to it. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not super worried about it. I just want to make sure that we get you taken care of. So let's get you up top deck. I know probably. Oh yeah, you ain't been out there yet. The weather's actually really nice today. And I just open the door and like motion for him to go out. And then I'll take him up top deck.
Yeah, he kind of stands up and kind of like gets himself ready, and he goes to walk out the door. With your passive perception, you swear that this kid is probably like a good two inches taller than he was last night when you gave him to Ruby.
Okay.
And
Oh boy.
he walks out the door with you, and he is taken top deck, and it is beautiful. It is sunny. It is gorgeous. And he just kind of slumps, and he looks a little bit sad.
I just like, what's the matter? You don't like it when it's sunny outside?
And like he like sticks out his hand for a second, like he's sitting on the stairs like waiting to go into the sun, and like he sticks out his hand for a bit, and like he pulls it back really really fast, as if it's not fun for him.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, we learn something new every day. So you like it more when it's cloudy outside?
And he kind of nods, and he starts to sign in front of you, and there's a point where you see him sign something that's like round, and then like he motions of something like jumping into that round thing, and he like points like me, and he just kind of like hides back on the stairs a bit.
Okay. Well, is that why you were like inside the barrel, or was that just hiding, or is it because
he nods like very fast and signs yes.
Okay. Let me get back to you on that. I got an idea, but it's gonna be a little bit harder to do right now. But yeah, I think I got an idea for you. But I'm gonna go get Ruby and let Ruby know the situation. So I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, we got a slight problem. I was planning on giving oh god, it's not. Is it Marius? No. What's
Morris,
Morris? A break today, but actually, Dre doesn't like it when it's sunny outside, and so I'm guessing he probably needs to stay below deck. Is there any way you can watch him for a little bit?
Do you wake Ruby up for this, or is it just like everyone would be awake at this point?
Oh,
At
yeah.
this point, everyone's awake. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, Ruby would just kind of happily just go, oh, of course, I'd be happy to watch him. Honestly, it'd give me something to do.
Okay. Well, just be careful, and also, he doesn't like to be surprised.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay. Well, yeah. Last time, I was trying to mess with him and surprised him when he was asleep, and made me have like this vision of my daughter, and yeah, kind of like felt like it hurt a little bit, but so
I see.
just be a little
Some
careful
kind
with
of-
it.
Some kind of subconscious defense.
Yeah, definitely. It's very much like something about like emotions, different kinds of emotions too, like joy, like when you have a lot of fun, seems to get to like you like probably feel something when Dre's having a lot of fun, but also I think it's worse when he's surprised. So no surprise parties.
Understood.
Do not play peekaboo. Don't play peekaboo.
Oh, there goes my plans.
So
That's
many of
funny.
Ruby's
I'd,
plans just shattered.
I've had to deal with a lot of. I had to deal with a lot back home. I don't think you can make me feel any worse than I did back then. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you got something going on in your past that you're trying to bottle up real deep, you might be feeling that pain again. So,
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
okay, well, if you need to talk to me after hanging out with Dre for a little bit, feel free to. My door's always open.
I will. Don't worry.
Okay, and so Artem's gonna go to sleep and pass out, and probably as he's going to bed, just like thinking about his daughter, and then finally is probably able to get some sleep.
All right, Ruby's gonna go hang out with Dre then.
Okay. What do you want to do with Dre? Are you just
I
like
imagine Ruby would kind of just approach Dre, just like, hello, did you sleep well?
and there's a nod and a smile.
Just walk up, surprise.
That's good. Well, it seems like you want to stay below deck for today, so is there anything you want to do? Do you want to read something? Do you want to play some games?
Dre signs something at you and
Oh boy.
just points at you and kind of shrugs. You get the vibe of it's your pick.
Right. Well, what kind of games do you like to play? Perhaps, hide and seek?
And yes, and just like the smile pops back on the face.
Right. Now, as
Okay.
long as you stay down below deck, we can play hide and seek, okay?
We're going to do 3 quick rounds, and this is going to be your perception check against Dre's stealth check. So
Alrighty. Perception. Okay. On that one, so
Or-
perception check. Oh, yes.
yeah, perception or investigate. No. This is gonna be perception.
Alright. 19.
Okay. The first round, you catch like Dre like almost like just with his face in a corner, like just hiding like this. It's
Ruby
very much
will-
so I can't see you, so you can't see me.
Ruby will purposely make a show of like going narrowly past him, just like, oh, now where could Dre be? He could be anywhere. He could definitely be right next to me, and will turn to him.
Okay. There's a little bit of a startle, but
Silly.
not anything near what he endured with Artem earlier today. Go ahead and do another roll for me, please.
Alrighty. 22.
Okay. This time you find Dre in the galley, underneath one of the tables, and again, just like head down, like this kid
Aw, he's
would
precious.
probably be doing so much better if a different DM was rolling this dice.
He's so precious. I think Ruby, in his mind, he wants the kid to have fun, above all else. And kids have fun when they win, most of all. So
Okay.
Ruby's actually gonna act like he didn't see Dre. And after like a good, like, however many minutes, he's gonna be like, I give up, you'll win.
And you hear just like a thump 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 as like Dre is like pounding on the floor, and then like Army crawls out and like hops and does like a little bit of a celebratory just like dance and everything. Ruby, can I have you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Of course. 21.
It's adorable and it's endearing and it's cute and it is everything that you expected that
Aw.
moment of letting Dre win to be. And then he goes and he points to you, and then he points to him, and then he closes his eyes,
Do you want to win for me? Okay.
and like with his eyes still closed, he just yes, like just nods.
Alright. You know, he let Dre win. Ruby's gonna have a bit of fun on his turn. He's not gonna he's not gonna fail on purpose. He's gonna try and actually stealth.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Where would you like to hide, Ruby?
I think Ruby's gonna be like on one of the banisters in the ceiling, like clinging to it.
Okay. You are up there for a long time.
He like closes his eyes and is back on the pillar at one point. Gets like a quick
Yeah.
nap in.
You probably get a full nap in before this kid like actively starts to seem a little bit frustrated, and like
it's when
there
you-
comes
Yeah.
there comes a point where he goes and he just like sits back where you were originally in the
Okay.
galley, and he just kind of sits there and he slumps.
Right. Ruby is then going to purposely let a bit of his tail show, just and like making a bit of a coughing noise to get his attention.
Okay. He looks around, and then he looks up and just looks absolutely defeated, throws himself back and like just lays on the ground. And just this kid just looks like you have wounded him just so severely.
Ruby will come down and head like approach the kid and like kneel down and be like no, there's no need to be like that. You want run around and I run. In fact, I think you're doing pretty well. I've had a lot more experience than you have playing hide and seek, and I've got a lot older. When you're as big as me, well, I'm sure you'll be running rings around me in no time.
Miles, as you say that, and you see that flickering happen across his skin again, and you see red fur start to come from his face.
Oh,
and
no.
and
Oh my God.
you now have like a mini Ruby in front of you.
Oh my god, that's so precious. My god. Ruby, is not sure how to respond to this. It kind of just goes like an awkward little laugh, but tries his best to seem like pleased about it, and it's just like oh my, now that's just a handsome devil right there before me.
He stands up and does like a little bit of like a flourish and of like a bow.
It's a nice little trick you have there.
And he just smiles and signs thank you.
Of course. Now, any other games you want to play? We have all day. Which I imagine those nondescript games can be played.
Right,
you
for
know,
sure.
Yeah.
If you are going to spend all day with this kid, I need you to roll at least 3 saving throws for me, please.
Gotcha. 1, not great.
Okay.
2, also not great. Oh, I'm not having a great time.
As the day goes on, the, the longer and longer that you go, Dre stays as Ruby. And there just comes moments where you feel that all of a sudden, like, things just start, like, popping up in your mind. Like, the last time that there was a Ruby this small, you were being dragged about halls to be put to fancy dinners, and the last time there was a Ruby this small, you were starting to feel just the amount of cage that was around. And the more and more that this weight just builds and builds and builds on you throughout the day, and it comes in waves throughout the day, you are going to take 7 points of psychic damage throughout the day, as these memories are just sitting on you and weighing on you. And as the day goes, you could swear that this little Ruby that was in front of you is probably getting close to your height.
Interesting. Ruby's gonna try and shoulder on through all of this, despite the memories, despite everything. He's always been a good actor. He's going to try and act like nothing is going on at all. Just his usual happy self.
Beautiful. And Dre follows suit. He continues to play every game that comes with you. However, as each game continues and there is a point where you either let Dre win or Dre wins on his own, or when you lose and that wave hits, it tends to come at a point where there is a either celebration for Dre or there's a moment of weakness for you, that wave just hits and it ebbs and flows all day long.
Ruby feels, I think, as much as he feels bad about himself and his past, the thing I think that's actually affecting him most is that other people that aren't quite as good as he and the party are would probably blame the kid. He doesn't deserve that. This is just how he is. He can't control this. His happiness comes at the expense of others. And that's just tragic. And so he tries his best. He reassures himself that no matter what happens, he can't let this kid know this is affecting him. He has to keep on this performance because this kid deserves to be happy and not to feel guilty about it.
Okay. The day of the two of you goes on as the day comes to a close. Dre will at some point go back to Artem's room to rest for the evening.
Alright.
Before we have a conversation with Artem about Dre, because I'm guessing that there's going to be some kind of handoff.
Yeah.
For Isaac and Ball, anything that you two would like to do with this day?
Isaac's gonna spend the day learning Lehman's tiny hut.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm just gonna be chilling out wherever.
Okay. If you make rounds to Maris at any point, she does actively say thank you at one point to Ball, and it's just like, oh, thank heavens.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point I would have stopped by the mess hall to get something to eat. So
Yeah, and she very much so actively makes that known of thanks. It's just, again, it's not that he's a bad kid, and she like points and like you actively see Ruby and this mini Ruby like running through the mess hall, running through the halls, like, and she's like, it's not, I don't think that he's a bad kid, but that's just hard to be around 24/7, so thanks.
no problem at all.
Perfect. Okay. And as the wizard continues to wizard and just build up his spell book, Ruby and Artem, as the pass off of Dre comes as the night shift goes to change, have at it.
Yeah, I imagine at this point, Dre is like physically in Autumn's room rating, right?
Correct. Yeah, he would
Alright,
be
yeah, in that
making his
case,
way to
yeah. Ruby will go to Autumn, like knowing that Dre is going to bed. Just like, hey, Autumn, just to let you know, Jenny is going to bed, but he seems to have taken a liking to me. He did that little thing where he can kind of change his appearance, and there may or may not be a slightly shorter version of me around.
Oh no. Well, that might take a little getting used to, but you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world, that's for sure.
You know, I might start not talking around you just to freak you out, make you wonder which one is which one is real.
Please no.
Sorry, that was such a snort laugh. I didn't mean that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, you meant it with every fiber of your being. It's okay.
Yeah, Ruby will kind of just like giggle and be like, if it's for real, it was a lot. I don't regret it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take a little bit getting used to. That's, again, I don't know what the deal. Like, I need to get when we get to London, where, and I don't know what kind of books they have there. I doubt they don't have I don't think they're gonna have a whole lot. But like, I don't know much about his race or anything like that. Like, I don't know if he's like bound to this ship or like what. But I mean, like, if he keeps getting bigger like this, he might be able to actually work on ships if he wants to.
That could be good. Though he may be growing physically, but I don't think he's growing mentally quite yet. He's still a kid.
Yeah, we definitely we got somebody that could probably help with that a little bit. So maybe we give them a shot. Let see if Isaac can watch him for a little bit. Maybe teach him something.
Anytime you need someone to watch him, I'm more than fine with it.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that everyone kind of gets a break as well, because yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a lot, but
it is.
But I don't think he can really help it.
That's the thing. I really feel bad for him because he just wants to be happy. His happiness does that to people. It's not fair. No one deserves to feel guilty for just being happy.
Yeah, that's a rough one, but maybe as he gets older, maybe he can control it.
Let's hope so.
I mean, there's a lot of different kinds of creatures that run around where I'm from, and some of them start off as kids and whatnot, and they have to learn how to control their things. So,
as a kid, I was always just told and taught to mind my manners and be presentable. Didn't really matter what I really learned as long as I could just play the part. It's strange, just having him around is making me think a lot about that kind of thing. About how a kid should be treated, not how I was.
yeah, I think every kid deserves, a fair shot. And we all got a story from our past and some rough times, but I think you turned out all right.
I try. Not in part from you helping me, of course.
It's what I'm here for, and you helped me as well. So
I try my best. I still feel like I have the ways to go before I can repay you, but I'll try.
Hey, I was very uptight and annoying when I first met you, and now I'm just annoying. So that's at least we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, you could be a little bit uptight, but it's a start.
And I'll just give you a nod, and I'm going to start to head top deck if that's okay
Okay.
with you.
Alright.
Sounds like a plan. As the day comes to a close forward, the rest of you, Artem, please roll me some perception.
Also, before I take over watch, I do want to stop by Isaac.
Okay.
Knock, 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 knock.
Yeah,
knock,
yeah,
knock.
yeah. Opens the door. What? Jeez.
Hey, quick question. Do you have any like spells that would help you like communicate with Dre, the small child we found,
Communicates.
or maybe like kind of I don't know what kind of magic you got.
It could possibly read his thoughts.
Oh, would you be able? Oh, then maybe we could see how he got on the ship, right?
Uh, it might give us a clue of how he got on the ship. I don't know if it will be that telling, but
I think that could be. I mean, that could be really useful. I mean, see kind of what's going on. Like, I mean, how did I don't I don't know how you're the one that kind of knows more about his race than I do. Like, are they just kind of like, do they have parents? Like, did he have a mom and dad, or was he just like spawned into this world?
from what I remember, it's more of a curse. I don't even know if I would. I mean, it could be considered another species of sorts, but I don't know. I have thought about possibly learning the remove curse spell, um, but I don't have it prepared currently.
Oh well, if you do that, let me know. We could try that. Maybe that might like help him out. I don't know, but maybe you know what? Would you be able to cast the detect thoughts today? Like, if I go get Dre, would you be able to do that?
I could do that today. I do have to ask, what is the end goal here? I don't think we're exactly going to a place that would be fitting for a child.
Well, not everybody's gonna get off the ship. I just imagine he stays on the ship. I mean, he was when I found him. He was hiding in a barrel. I mean, if he needed to, he probably could hide in the barrel again.
Yes, but we're headed to a pirate blockade. I can't imagine that our ship will be the safest place.
I don't. I mean, I can't drop him off anywhere.
Well, from what I know, they can walk on water.
Well, then, if something happens at the blockade, I'm pretty sure he could walk on water.
Alright, well, if... Sure, fine. Alright, well, if you bring the kid here, I suppose I can...
Just push him off. Get lost.
I suppose I can try and read his thoughts.
Okay, well, let me go get Dre real quick, and I run back downstairs. Is it? Does Dre still look like Ruby?
Yes. And you see right as like you had sent Dre into your room, this miniature Ruby, and by miniature I mean like maybe 2 inches shorter, like 2-3 inches shorter than Ruby at this point.
That's impressive considering how
Is starting to like do the little circles like the cat circles of like getting ready for bed.
Hey, hey, Dre. Oh, wow. Okay, you're getting a little, you're getting a little too big, too fast. You need to slow down a little bit.
And he just kind of stops and looks at you, and goes and like again just kind of look like, then sits back and kind of like crisscross of the legs and just kind of like shrugs of like, and you see him sign at you amongst a very confused face of like, what okay. Let me just stop growing is kind of the vibe that you get.
Whoa, we can't be getting into the teenage years already. You need to slow down.
Slow.
But I was gonna take you upstairs. Isaac has a way of maybe being able to find out more about like what's going on. I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
And I'll try to get Dre to come with me and go upstairs. And also, but not gonna say anything about Dre looking like Ruby to Isaac.
For sure.
Isaac's just going to assume this is Ruby.
Yeah, of course. As as Dre follows you, Artem, into Isaac's room. Isaac, you see that Artem has returned with Ruby.
Oh, well, we have an audience
Except
now?
for the hat. Yeah. Everything's there except the hat.
I just like motion towards Dre and just go, well, this is Dre.
Oh. Shapeshift.
Yeah.
A little bit of a wave.
No. This is actually, I mean, this was impressive. This is when you do a bow and tell Dre, and I do this like really elegant bow for Dre.
Yeah, and very almost as if Ruby is in the room, there's that flourish and that bow, and like the hand goes all the way to the toes, and there's been a lot of practice with Ruby today.
Well, that
It
part
has
was
been.
convincing, to say the least.
But yeah, so Isaac has some magic that he can cast, and he's going to try to figure out more about you know what's going on and how he can help you. So if you don't mind, just letting him do it. I know it might not be super comfortable, but I mean we're just trying to help you. I don't know what to say here, so I just gotta back up.
Yeah. You see that Ruby steps forward, and there's a shimmer, and you see this small child that you guys found originally, and not the white albino, but like the sandy colored kid that originally was brought to you, that Artem had found in the barrel.
Okay, well that was also impressive.
And are we ready?
I think so.
And there's a nod.
Alright. I will take out the my book and cast the spell.
Okay.
That put in some weird juju stuff. Give me 1 second.
No, you're good.
That's pretty cool though. It actually has the probe
Yeah, it has,
deeper
like,
built into it. That's pretty cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
There you go. Dre is going to let you read thoughts, so there will not be a save required here. As you reach out to this mind, the
I don't want
immediate
that
thing
music
that
change.
you feel is yes. Yes. Come on. Come on.
Does the child's kind of like expression change at all, or
He looks as straight and as basic as he did when he originally shifted into. There's no adjustment to his face.
I'll keep kind of like trying to focus on digging deeper and kind of I don't know if I can kind of like search around, but I'll also kind of tell them like, all right, well, if you want to convey any messages or anything of the sort to us, then think it, and ideally I can visualize it.
Okay. This Dre looks to you, eyes curious, and just kind of shrugs and goes and nods. And takes a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you go to probe deeper. Isaac, can you make me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, please?
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oof. Okay, yeah, not great. 7.
Okay. You, along the yes, come on, that you hear, and it's a very soft voice. It's a very kind of, it has a little bit of a lilt to it. And as you can feel the steps of stepping further and to probe deeper into this mind. I just want to make sure that I'm reading this spell correctly. There is absolute glee and there is absolute thrill and excitement as you step further and further. And the next thing that you feel is absolute satisfaction. As while you are digging, all of a sudden you can feel your hand reaching out as it turns into jade for the first time. And you can hear a familiar scream as a figure of jade is formed into the front as your hand is stretched out and you can feel the cold creep up your hand for the first time. And it feels like the air is coming out of you as you are reaching deeper into this mind. And the further that you sink into that memory, the further that this almost cackle emits in your mind of, yes, more, more. And then it stops. As Dre just kind of stands there in front of you. And you will take 6 points of psychic damage.
Does that drop you unconscious?
Oh, shut up.
I need to throw a new character.
Yeah.
um,
Artem just sees Isaac pass out for no reason. Sorry.
Kill the kid! Just starts punching the kid.
No.
yeah, Isaac's gonna very quickly end the spell.
Okay.
Damn.
And just kind of yell out, "Get that fucking thing away from me!"
Okay, well, that did not go well. Drake, come up, get out of here.
Dre looks to you, Artem, and like you see this shrug, and if anything, you see a tear building up in his eye that this person just yelled at him. And again, as he goes to walk past you, probably the height of Ruby at this point.
Oh my god. is it literally like feeding on us to grow taller? The fuck?
Yeah, that's definitely what it feels like.
Yeah.
And
It's
and
another
Dre,
leech. Punch, punch, punch.
Dre looks to you, Artem, and just signs like, "I'm gonna go to bed," like, and just
Yeah, yeah. You know what?
signs like sleeping and just.
Yep. You know where the bed is. Yep. And after he leaves, I'm gonna shut the door because, like, first of all, like, Isaac is, if anything, for the most part, usually level-headed. But that was out of nowhere, so I'm guessing that didn't go well.
Artem, leave now, please. Not now.
Okay. I'll go back to Night Watch.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But
Isaac, your
as I,
spell
a-
book.
but just
Yeah.
just to be as I do, I just leave the door open.
Asshole.
Two could play that game, asshole.
Yeah.
I'm 100 years old. I'm super petty, motherfucker.
Yeah. The level of pettiness is just it lowers with every with every day. As the door is open to you, Isaac, so is your spellbook. After you just casting this detect thoughts, and you hear a familiar hiss, and you hear, oh, that. I thought you were vile.
I am not in the mood to talk with you, Nix. What do you want?
I felt that there was some tension.
Yeah, no shit.
Fine. That's the last time I check in on you. And he just buries himself back into the book.
Just gonna close my door and just find whatever's closest and just throw it at the wall.
Okay. That weight and that feeling of not being to like inhale all the way just sits with you for a good 5-10 minutes before you go to bed. And Ruby, your mind starts to race a bit as you think about your day. And as much as you would love to just push things off and it's gonna be better, there's just something that hits on the side of like someone just tapping on glass, of as if you're in a fishbowl of, hey, are you worth it? And Artemis, you stand on the ship to look out. There comes a moment where you feel, as you look into the vast darkness ahead of you, of hearing in your mind your daughter saying, "Really? This is why you left?" And all of you, this sits with all of you, either in dreams or during watch, just this feeling of just general anxiety, and this feeling, and it eventually subsides, but it definitely sat there today for you. Artem, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
That tracks.
Okay. The day, or I should say the night, goes on, and again the clouds start to form ahead and just start to bring with it the winds and the storms and the rocking of the boat, and it's hard to just catch that full breath, to feel like you're grounded, to feel like you're there. And as the night goes on, there comes a moment where there is a thunk on the side of the boat as McGregor runs over to the side and then pulls out a whistle and whistles and goes, and as he goes to say something, he shouts. And you can see him shout, but there is no words coming from his mouth. And he just starts flailing his arms.
I use a key point, step of the wind, dash whatever I need to do to get to the bell and hit the bell.
Okay. As all of you are in bed, the all hands on deck bell rings throughout, and absolute panic and honestly orderly panic. Like people practice for this, but everyone starts spilling out of their rooms, rushing up to top deck, and Artem, as you look over to the side of the boat, to where McGregor was, you see you see that there is a couple of ropes coming from the water, and the harpoon that has stuck into the side of the boat looks like one of them is coming straight up from the water, as well as you see 2-3 more all come and stick onto the side of the boat, all from beneath the top of the water. There we go.
Okay.
Get this. Let me get you guys over to this. I don't know. Where did you go, boat? I had you, just barely.
That's my boat.
Nope. That's my boat.
Yes, whoa.
Okay, here we go. Wow. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Okay,
Hey, that's a boat.
there's a boat. And you're on it. And it looks like the points of... We're just going to keep using crabs because they're very helpful and great location
Crab
places.
people.
Crab
Love
people.
guy. You know, technically that is what it is there, just like thousands of years in the future when it eventually evolves to be a crab.
Yeah. It's going to be whatever this thing is.
Think about it, technically we're all crabs, just not right now.
Poor Ruby's just like a crab raving on the boat. Ding, 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 ding. It looks like the harpoons are coming from these places where the crabs are, and the rope is reaching towards the boat.
Okay, so I want to wherever. So the harpoons are getting to the side of the boat. Can I see what's under the water? Probably not, right?
Not with the perception check that you did. If you want to actively try to look for things at this point, that would be a new one because that would have been your general shift perception. So if you want to do a perception check, feel free to.
Nope.
It's dark, it's choppy, and it does not look like there is a whole lot for you to stare at into these waves.
Duly noted. Well, I want to wait before more people get here before I do anything reckless. So
Okay.
I need way more eyes to see me do stupid stuff.
They are coming. For Isaac and Ruby and Ball, the bell pulls, and you start to hear just a ruckus of things happen as people are starting to go to various positions on the boat. The majority of the people that you hired seem to be getting stuff. There's several things that are getting stuff ready below deck. One or two people are going to come. More people are going to come top deck with you guys, but it is mostly you in this moment.
I tried to arrest
Ah!
Sorry.
Sea monster!
I don't know why she's giant. I have tried so many times to try to fix her.
You can't fix her. She's not broken.
She's perfect the way she is.
It's a little broken. Come on, like.
When Arista looks like a sea monster, there's a problem.
Right. No one has cast Enlarge Reduce, so therefore something is broken.
And I guess we'd all be up here at this point then?
Yep. As the panic of the ship has summoned you topside.
Yeah,
And Artem would have like had said, "Hey, I'll let you know when there's stuff going down."
Yeah, I would say on my way out, I would grab my shield this time and have it ready as well.
Perfect.
That would be useful.
Yeah, for surfing.
Yeah, I don't normally have it equipped.
Ruby
so-
has the long sword, which, by the way, he did consider being like, maybe we should ask the, like, you know, the thing that lives in this sword about the kid, but can't do that until we rescue the dude. Because the long sword doesn't like him right now.
I mean, you are welcome to try. It's completely up to the god if he wants to talk to you or not.
Yeah, not likely.
Okay. As the rest of the Crimson Corsairs come from below deck, what would you like to do, Artem?
Oh man. Just to test something out, I look at them and start shouting at them, like how Ermager tried to do.
From where? Let's see. If you were standing back by the bell, you are able to shout, and they are able to hear you.
But if I'm, because I ran back over to look
Oh yeah.
over there.
If you run back over to McGregor, you guys see Artem shouting and waving hands, and there is nothing coming from his mouth.
Yeah, as I'm shouting, I'm pointing at my mouth, like trying to like let them know that like what's going on. But real like so does it seem like something's coming towards us though? Like they harpooned us.
Currently, it looks like, if anything, there is another harpoon that comes out while everyone is getting topside. There are now 4 points of rope that have shot into the side of your boat.
Boy.
Okay. Well, I will just look over at Ruby and well, I'm like as I do it, I just look at you and give you these eyes and I just dive
Ruby's gonna follow suit.
Okay.
Whee!
just give the eyes like, well, here we go.
Yeah, Ruby knows those eyes. That means we about to fuck shit up eyes.
Yep.
Isaac's gonna try. I say try because the spell I want to cast does have a verbal component.
Okay.
I want to try and cast Magic Missile at 2nd level and have one of the missiles each target one of the ropes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so clutch.
Beautiful.
If it works, it will be.
If you are positioned where you are on the boat, then it should be fine.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. Then I will do that as I open the tome, and then 4 magic missiles come conjuring out of my fingers.
Okay, awesome. Can you roll me some damage, please?
Yes.
Wait, the magic hand or the regular hand?
The magic one.
It would be funny if all your other magic comes out of that one, and then magic missile comes out of your regular hand.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. With each snap, let's see. Yeah. With each rope, they just ting, 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 in front. So all of the ropes start to collapse into the water.
I'm just gonna go. Oh, great! And now 2 of us are in the water. That's fantastic.
To which Artem and Ruby.
Ball hasn't done anything yet.
Oh
He
yes,
wants to be on
sorry.
the map.
Ball.
I mean, I'm not getting in the water. I don't feel like drowning, so.
You have your cloak that I gave you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing.
Yeah, in fact, you're basically as fast as I am right now.
That's a fair point. In that case, I'm gonna follow suit with Arden and Ruby.
Yeah, let's
I'll
do
take it
it.
to 'em.
Yeah.
Everybody.
All the
I'm just-
frontliners just dive in the water. It's great.
I just love the idea of just like this big, like, black armored Goliath with this cape just like diving into the water with such confidence as he did not have the last time that there was a water fight.
I think it's even like in my head, it's just he goes over there and thinks twice, like he's about to he's like, and then it's like, oh wait, I got this, and puts the hood on and just jumps off.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, I know I'm not supposed to jump in water. Oh wait, I can.
Wait, I can do the thing.
You can do this.
Oh. You might have to pull him onto the map. I think he was his thing was still messing up.
I have tried
you're
4
good.
times and it will not pull into the map.
Yeah, you just gotta do it the right way.
All right, look.
Because
Alabama's
that's
not
how
that
this
far.
works. Come on, map, be so smart. Wow. Okay. Come on.
Jump in, crab people.
Crab people. Crab people.
Okay. Well, let's get me on. I was like, he's right there. He's not right there. You all need to be able to. Okay. There we go. There you go, Ball. I will.
Shit.
We can
Yeah,
figure
we'll figure out that
Okay,
later.
that- accordingly. For oh, this is gonna be so great. I love learning new things about roll 20. For Artem, Ruby, and Ball, you guys can all just see a blank sea map. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Perfect. to which the first thing, can I get your tokens on here, please? That would be great.
Blip.
Blip, blip. And I will do.
Come on, Ball. No, you
There
put
he
yours
is.
on there.
I'm trying, man.
I just-
So many times.
I'm just
It doesn't want
imagining
to work.
that scene from Claudia the Chance of Meatballs. Drag it, just drag it across the screen.
Like, everybody on the stream can see this. Like, I'm literally trying, and it doesn't work.
Oh, that's right, because it's your screen now, isn't it? Just go. That's okay. We will.
There's gonna be
Yeah,
people
everybody in
yelling at
chat.
me.
Yeah, everybody in chat saying do it better.
Or right. Perfect. Okay. Beautiful. As the three of you dive into the water, there is a series of figures that you see within the water, and just because Roll20 is being a little bit silly for me, you see a series of what look like overly aggressive merfolk, like very much so full tails, but they are all holding a series of harpoons, and it all looks like they also have some kind of long sword to the side of them. And they don't look happy at all to see you one bit.
That makes two of us.
Okay. I have a map on my side that I'm going to measure your depth as well, because it is really hard to do a water fight without acknowledging that we are working now in a 3D space, because it's basically like space fighting. So with the three of you jumping into the water, can I have the three of you roll some initiative for me as I make sure that the turn order is...
Wait, these guys aren't friendly?
You know, they're not looking one bit happy to see you all diving into the water as of...
Oh, nice. Hey, Ball, do you want to go first? Or, you know, more than you do right now? Because I have a handy little thing, because of the way the alert feature works in this one, where I can switch my initiatives if someone says yes.
Could I do something real quick?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to pull out the Jade Tome,
Okay.
and I want to cast Polymorph on myself.
Yes!
Ooh.
What you polymorph yourself into.
Dude, you get shot, bitch.
Yep. So I believe details. It can be any CR that is equal to or less than my level. So I'm gonna choose a giant shark.
Ooh.
And that's a large creature, correct?
Let me double check. Huge creature.
Oh.
Jeez,
Is it
Okay.
is it bad when you said that I expected you to say I go back in my room and close the door?
There was a part of me that was thinking that. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
Oh,
this is fucking ridiculous.
Let's see. Okay. Dang, now I'm gonna have to have giant shark tokens ready. Would you like to be a crab or jib?
Big crab sounds funny.
Perfect. Okay. Great.
Big crab.
Okay, we'll go on this journey together. So we have medium, large, huge.
Holy.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Does
three of you.
I was gonna say, does the shark have like a greenish like tint to it?
What does
Yeah,
your
it's
shark
probably
look
that.
like, Isaac?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the teeth like jade.
Yeah, the
Teeth.
jade teeth. Probably like his the like fins are also like jade
Tipped
and
with jade.
yeah, it probably just looks like a little metallic-y almost and gives off like
Nice.
a little bit of shine.
Dude, these merfolk will be like, what the fuck did we get into?
Yeah. Isaac. Cool shark token. Okay, sweet. And with that, can you also roll some initiative for me, Isaac?
Yes.
We can just put your token. Oh, here, let me get you on this map. Apologies.
Oh, you haven't seen the crab yet.
There you go.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Oh, you're being held.
Aw, that's cute.
Have you seen those crabs that like hold their like the male crabs will like go grab the lady crabs and they're like itty bitty? That's what's going on right now. You're being held by a very, very handsome crab gentleman. Beautiful.
Nice.
And did Ball and Ruby want to switch initiatives?
Yeah, I did ask. Do you
Oh.
want to go? Do you want a 16 initiative ball? Because I can give that to you.
It's entirely up to you. Makes no difference to me.
Tell you what, go ahead and have it, my friend. I'll have the 4.
Alright.
A team player.
And then we will add.
Yeah, and Ball will get 16, technically with a +3 modifier because that was my dex. So he goes before Isaac even.
Okay, so that was +16.
Yeah, for Ball. And he goes before Isaac because it was a +3 modifier.
Okay. Sweet. So then he's tied for first
So
with Artem then.
technically it was +6 because of alert, but +3 dex.
So 16 and then +3?
No, just 16. But I'm just saying the alert added my proficiency on top of that.
Got it.
Technically, the actual modifier for it is +3, but it's just
Cool.
for the
Yeah, I now follow.
For clarification towards dex ties is what.
Yeah,
initial
got it.
Ties.
Okay.
God, I can't speak. Oh my god.
No, you're good. So, all that we need to know is it's Artem and then Ball and then Isaac.
Is Arista in on this fight?
She would have jumped in after seeing all of you also jump in, because she likes to swim. And then we will get everyone over here. And it's going to make me summon Arista again. The only thing that may possibly equal Isaac in size at the moment. Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. I clicked on something and I was like, where did everyone's character sheets go? Of course. There we go. Yeah, pretty close. For sure, if Isaac had dived in while polymorphing, for sure there would have been Arista diving in as well. To which we are going to roll her initiative. Beautiful. Okay. She's a 17.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. And these friends, man. Every time I think I'm getting so fast at Roll20, it just humbles me just a little bit.
By the way, look at Discord.
It is a shame we don't have Arista here right now because she would try and talk these guys down.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's terrifying.
That is
That is
terrifying.
Imagine
And
seeing
probably
that. For...
pretty accurate.
Depending on how this fight goes, may or may not try to throw that in as we are doing this. So top of the order is going to go to the Morrow, as it's the only time I've rolled good all game. And this one is going to take a crossbow, going to swim over to this friend, immediately is going to start working on the giant shark. Because that is the current threat.
That's your first mistake.
And I'm going to guess that a 12 misses.
Yes, just barely.
Okay.
How do you miss a giant shark?
Thanks.
Also, look at that shark. I don't want to be looking at that shark. I'd be swimming away.
There is a little bit of panic. There's some quivering as the bolt is going in, and
that bit of the
goes...
water over there is a little bit warmer than it should be.
Yeah.
This one just moves slightly further away, as a reaction. It is going to reload and take another hit, but that is going to be it for its turn. And that's even worse. Okay, next friend. Same thing to the giant shark. 17. Beautiful.
Yep, that will hit. Okay. Still have concentration on polymorph.
Beautiful. And that is going to be 8 points of damage to you, as piercing damage as the bolt flies at you, Isaac. This one is going to reload and take another shot at you. Well, not for damage. We need to roll if we see if we hit. Nope. Wow. Okay, friends. This is just getting a little bit sad.
Oh dear.
This one, you are actively going to hear curse out the other friends, and is going to be a little bit stupid, and is going to that one's not going to be the stupid one. 2 hits to you again, Isaac, as a giant shark. A 13 and an 11.
The 13 will hit.
Beautiful. 6 points of piercing damage to you. The one that is closest to you is going to rush up and strike at you with the large... It's a gnarly looking sword. It's not particularly well kept under the sea. And that's an even worse roll. Wow, okay. How many single digits did Tam just roll? Just barely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great, okay.
Don't worry, I'll roll the same.
It's fine. This friend is going to just swim over yonder. He's going to take his full action just to get this away. Woof. Okay. I have this map totally set for the wrong distance.
What is his
Hang on.
Holy shit.
They're that fast, guys. Beautiful. Much better. Okay.
475 feet.
They got the zoomies.
Oh,
The
yeah.
zooms. And that is going to be it for the Morrow, with Artem.
Okay. Well, I got 40 swim speed, I guess I'm just gonna swim to this guy.
Okay.
Artem, you know what to do. Let's fuck him up.
I'm going to swim over here and bonus action make some darkness.
Okay.
So out of nowhere, Artem's gonna do what he does. He's gonna bite his hand. Fangs go into his hand, and black smoke billows out. But instead of it being smoke, it's almost like ink
Yeah.
this time, as it just pours out into the water surrounding them. And I'm gonna take. I got 2 attacks now. This is fancy.
I know, right?
And now I'm going to punch this guy, or at least try to.
And this would be at advantage if you were above water, but this is a melee attack underwater. But because you are in darkness, you have advantage. So this is a straight roll. Is the legality behind that?
Which attacks though? Because there are some attacks that aren't at disadvantage in water.
It's like Tritons, spears. There's like only a couple.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. So
I'm pretty sure that okay, underwater combat. Beautiful. Thank you so much, roll 20.
well, I'll roll these 2 normal for now, and then it's fine.
Okay. When making a melee weapon attack, the creature and that creature doesn't have a swimming speed.
And I do have a swim speed.
Oh, okay. Sweet. That's right, because of stuff now.
Yeah.
Unless the weapon is a dagger, a javelin, a short sword, a spear, or a triton. So, okay, you should be good then. Feel free to roll with advantage.
Okay. Well, I guess that hits because I guess that's advantage. And sorry, I got off of that because I thought I was done.
No, you're
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 attacks.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my
one.
God.
Oh, no, something. That's not right. I don't know.
About to say that's pretty impressive.
Wait, is it? No. What? 8.
It's doing a D4 and a
Well,
D8.
The D8 is my weapon. Is me punching,
Right.
and the D4 is from my gauntlets that I have.
Sweet.
But
Okay.
the D4 only goes on the 1 attack per turn.
Okay.
So on the first turn, I guess that is right, and then take the 1 point off. I guess I just rolled max damage. That's why.
I think you're accidentally doing an extra 5 because it's doing the dexterity bonus and damage bonus for the extra damage, rather than just the.
Yeah, there's
initial
a random plus
damage.
5 to both of those.
That's my +4 from my
the thing is,
dex,
that's-
and then +1 from the weapon.
That's already being applied before doing the extra damage. It's doing it twice, from what I can see.
Because there's 1d8 plus 5. Do you know where the plus 5 comes from?
No. Okay.
That +5 should be your dex plus the +1 because it's +1 thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 5 should not be counted in the thing below, so it is doing it twice. So that should be
No, that's right. 8 plus 5.
You just rolled max damage for both of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Nice.
saying.
Oh.
Cool. Great.
Nope, just Artem's been really pissed off about whatever's been going on with the kid,
feel it.
and just starts beating the dog shit. Just not even just like literally just punching this dude in the face. He just starts going to town on this dude. So yeah, so the 1 point off. So yeah, so what is that? Oh man, that's what 30 points of damage.
31.
Yep.
Well, -1 because I can only do a D4 on 1 attack. So flat, so 30 points of damage to this dude's face as I just start punching him.
Can you roll your 1d6 for your gauntlets, please?
Oh, okay.
Because we need to figure out what kind of damage you're giving.
Oh, sorry. Oh, 4.
Okay. Cold damage. Nice. That seems fitting. Hey, did not love that at all.
What, he
and
didn't like being punched in the face?
no, not that hard at all.
Okay. Uh,
Anything else that you would like to do, Artem?
no, that's it. Sorry.
Okay. I am going to pass on Arista's turn for now. We're going to put her at the end of this initiative order, and we're going to keep going with everyone else's turns for now. Ball.
All right. I would like to swim down to about here-ish.
Okay.
So I can't control that token, so. And then I'm just gonna attack the guy directly in front of me.
Okay.
If I could.
I'm guessing that you would want to stay out of the darkness.
No, it doesn't matter. I have blind fighting.
That's right. God dang it! This
Dude, we are
freaking
so-
bubble. I hate this bubble so much.
It's the only thing I can do. I'm a shadow monk.
I know.
They gave me nothing
then-
else.
And the warlock can see in it, and then the paladin can see in it. I'm just saying. I asked for
Hey,
it. It's
Isaac.
fine.
Isaac, want to find some way to see in this?
Yeah, we gotta find some way for us to see this.
Yeah, about that. A giant shark has a blind sight.
Dang it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
Blind sight is
amazing.
60 feet.
Oh my
I just
god.
would love to point out that, like, the giant shark is about the size of this bubble. So I will say that there will be problems if Isaac goes into the bubble of
Oh my,
darkness.
it's just like a feeding frenzy.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
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 Just imagine just that the thing swims into the bubble and then disappears. That's more terrifying than anything.
Oh god, yeah. That's like, that's nightmare fuel.
Okay.
That's awesome. Anyway.
Please continue, Ball. I apologize.
So strangely enough, I have extra attack too, so I get to hit him twice.
Great. Yeah, that's right, because you guys have leveled up since the last time we were all fighting.
So that's the first one,
For sure hits.
and there's the second one.
That one misses.
Alright, so for the first one. No, it's
And
10.
this is one-handed because
Yeah,
you're
it's
doing
one-handed
shields,
because I have
correct?
my shield.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna lay in some divine smite into that too.
Beautiful. Nice.
So it'd be 18 in total.
So sweet. Okay. Awesome. It's really kind of cool, especially like where you're like half in, half out of this darkness. Like as your smite like carries across this fish person in front of you, the darkness as like you swing from your like from the right to the left, like it's your light is like gobbled up in the darkness, and then as it comes out of the darkness, it's just like this shoo of all this light from this smite just like cutting across this person in front of you. Anything else that you'd like to do, Ball?
No, I think that's it.
Sweet. Isaac, fish boy, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and approach the darkness here. So I'll move like about, I guess like here-ish.
You do have a guy that's right by you.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna take a swing.
That's real rude.
16.
Yep, that'll hit.
Yay! I have to celebrate when it happens, guys. Okay, or else I'm never gonna feel like I'm accomplishing anything.
No, you're hurting my feelings. No, I'm just kidding.
No. 2 points of slashing damage to you.
Thank God, my key.
Ooh.
Points of
Ooh. That was a close one.
Yes, it was. And then these two by Arden and Ball have both been damaged, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I want to go for the one in the like half darkness, the one that's all.
Okay.
And the giant shark has a feature called Blood Frenzy, which grants advantage on melee attacks against any creatures that don't have all its hit points.
Oh, that's so nice.
I will have advantage on this attack.
How much swim speed do you have as a giant
50.
shark? 50? Only because Ball is in between you and you are a giant shark, I would suggest potentially repositioning yourself just a little bit.
Okay, can I move like here?
Don't eat me, dog.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
much better.
You just feel the shark whooshing behind you.
Oh gosh.
Because now there can't be just a ow happening.
I hope this armor breaks your teeth.
Yeah.
Oh god. So jeez, that's some really bad rolls. 12.
12 misses.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you got all those luck points.
I'll spend.
It just misses.
Okay, I'll spend two luck.
Okay. That puts you up to a 14. That does hit.
Oh god. Okay. Just mark that down.
Okay.
You say I got all this luck. That was half of it.
What?
Okay. So
That was 2 points.
He spent a lot of luck the other week.
Absolutely, I did.
Okay.
So he will take 27
Oh.
damage.
Oh. Yeah, that was worth 2 luck points.
1,000%.
Yeah, but it's gonna be not worth it if I fail this concentration check. That's what I'm really worried about.
No, you're good.
Then your
Fair
wizard is
point.
not only in the middle of the ocean, but also next to like a bunch of people who are adapt to fighting in the ocean.
Fair.
But you're a little bit better now.
I know.
Ball, as you were like staring at this marrow in front of you as your beam of light like crosses in front with this smite, all of a sudden just like these jaded teeth come and grab onto the marrow and like dog shake it as the blood of this body just like fills the space in front of the two of you. That marrow is down and gone.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the most terrifying thing he's ever seen.
No, not at all.
Go get on my bad side.
Does Ruby want to have that heart-to-heart now?
Hey, Isaac, my friend.
How you feeling?
I noticed you've been under a lot of stress lately.
No, I can still kill him. I believe in myself.
Okay, we're gonna swap out the crab for a shark now. Gosh, that's just absolutely the worst and terrifying.
I think it just makes it more on point of what's going on right now.
For sure,
I can
but
take him.
jeez
I got
Louise,
this.
people-
I believe in myself.
I got this.
Oh, that's such
Power
a
of
big
God and
shark.
anime
Okay.
on my side.
Hey Ruby, what do you want to
Right.
do?
Let me quickly do some calculations here.
Get back on the boat.
So I do some calculations.
That's also a fair point.
If I get to that side of him, over here, would I technically get flanking because the shark's taking up this space?
Technically, yes.
Then I'm going to feline agility so I can do this.
Okay.
Get all the way over here to hit this dude at advantage because I can see in the dark. You can't.
Okay.
Where are you? You are 21 to hit, 4,
Yeah.
8 radiant damage, and actually, you know what? Let's add in 1 Eldritch Smite.
Okay.
Sorry, no, have to manually roll that because it's being weird.
You're good.
So So there we go. So add on an extra 22 damage onto that.
Jeez Louise.
Just a little bit.
I could take the fucking shark.
That
Is he still alive?
yeah, that gentleman is alive. He has not been hit yet.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Wait,
This
Yeah, I was
one?
gonna say, isn't that the one that took first?
no, he's in the darkness.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
thought that he was wanting to like go all the way over here.
No. I'm doing him first, then I'm going to the other dude.
Cool. Then yes.
I was like, that dude took 30.
Sorry, I thought that the initial
Yeah, actually,
Thing-
wait, quick question. Would the 8 have killed him?
no.
Okay, good. Then yeah, I would have smited.
He had 9 HP.
Totally worth wasting with smite.
So
No, there was more than 8 points.
It was 10.
Yeah, probably.
totally worth it.
Don't peek behind the DM screen. That ruins the fun.
I was right.
But yeah,
I
so
will
get
say you were
him.
both wrong. So.
Oh,
Okay.
damn it.
So I'll get him, and then I can go all the way around here.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna try and hit this dude.
Okay.
Advantage. That'd be a nat 20.
Of
I'm gonna
course.
Eldritch Smite on top of this.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So that's going to be 46 damage.
Woof. Okay. Hey, not looking good at all. This
I'm
thing
not done yet.
might.
I'm
Yeah.
not done yet because I can
Keep
summon
going.
my tentacle. I can summon my tentacle, Hirona, Zalash. And I believe that should also get advantage. gonna summon that right there.
I'm so close.
And advantage, it's gonna try and hit. It's gonna be 23 for an extra.
sure.
Oh, sorry, you shouldn't have the Eldritch Smite on top of that. I'll reroll damage. My bad.
I was about to say, there is
Yeah,
no way.
3. It's an extra 3.
That 3 will for sure do it.
Alright.
And that arrow just shatters. Just absolute, like, it is just a poof in front. And real quick, is Hirona a spell? Like-
Hirona's Lash, yes, it is a physical spell attack is the way it is described.
Right, but sorry, you just smited at the same time as summoning?
That's 'cause
Are-
it's a bonus action to summon the thing, and smiting is just a free action.
Is
It's not
it a
technically
free
spell,
action
just
or is it a
consumes-
spell?
It's a free action. It technically costs a spell slot, but it's a free action from the way it's worded. I can get it up 1 second.
That would be great. I just want to make sure. There was just a lot of magic going on. I want to make sure that we're doing this right.
Yeah. Also,
I mean,
technically,
not that
Hirona's
this guy
Lash-
isn't going to die,
So
but
technically, wait, quickly. Hirona's Lash thing is just a tentacle thing, which is a feature and uses the spell modifier, but it's not technically magic like spells. It doesn't I could do that and another spell at the same turn.
okay, cool. And it's like a bonus action to summon.
Yeah, just summon the you can do the attack in the same
Cool,
turn.
cool. Very, very much so similar to what spiritual weapon used to be. Is that correct? From what I'm seeing, because you
Yeah, I think
could
so.
summon and attack with spiritual
At the same
weapon
turn, yeah.
in
Yeah,
14.
it's essentially Warlock spiritual weapon, but
Cool,
different.
cool. Beautiful. Just want to make sure. I mean, the guy's gonna die anyway, but I just want to make sure that I was ruling that right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Ruby did some damage, and that's gonna be my turn.
Yeah, that guy is for sure gone.
And so is the dude in the darkness.
Yes.
So that's 2 of them there. There's 2 remaining. We can clean them up, guys.
Do. Okay. We are going to put a pause there, and we are going to pick this up here next week. And we're going. This
Would they call for
insanity-
backup? Would they call for
this-
backup?
Yeah, this insanity that is going to be where we start next week.
Dude, that
And-
shark is so awesome.
Yeah,
God,
with-
I love Eldritch
I'm glad I
Smite.
remembered that. I have that.
yeah.
Polymorph spell with the book, because holy cow, I would have just been
Yep.
sitting on the ship like, well,
Trauma
you guys
lesson.
deal with that. I'm gonna take a
I
short
mean,
rest.
you can do things in the water now.
Yes, that is true.
That was a great choice, by the way. The dark, being able to see in darkness, the blood frenzy. That's so awesome.
It's like the perfect beast.
Oh, it's
for-
good.
Oh yeah.
Just the size. This is not the first nor the last time that we will see the jade shark, so that's great. But yeah, that's where we're gonna pick up next week. Thanks everybody for joining in this literal insanity that is this fight. But yeah, it was great having you. Thanks again for looks like we snagged a new follower at some point, so thank you guys so much. Happy to keep running this game for everybody. So hope you have a